In today's video we're gonna talk about the 5 breakthroughs that humankind made in the energy field. Since the dawn of time, people have tried to harness the power of the nature, but not all of them have been that successful. Let's not talk about the guy that had tried to harness the power of the lightning. We all know what had happened at the end.
Strike me down, Zeus! You don't have the ball!
The first and the most important source of energy that we have here on Earth is also the one that's keeping us alive. It's our sun. Already we have learned how to harness that power and put it in a good use around the world. Millions of installation and gigawatt scale photovoltaic power stations have been built and are being built. Solar photovoltaic has rapidly become a viable low carbon technology and as of 2020 provides the cheapest source of electricity in the history. As of 2021, solar generates 4% of the world electricity compared to 1% in 2015. While the nuclear power is still considered the most reliable source of energy, solar energy still is the easiest and affordable method to have energy everywhere in the world. Well, not in the cave, of course. A standard price of 2050 watts in 2022 is around $400–500, while a full system that can maintain a full house on a regular basis can go around $3,000–5,000. Not great, not terrible. Government programs exist around the world that offer a part of the financing to help you move from the fossil fuel energy to renewable energy and continue to appear more and more around the world. While this power still remains the most affordable and for most of us the best alternative, especially if you try to build a home in the middle of the woods. The destructive power of a tornado can give a lot of headaches to many people around the world, especially to the people in USA, one of the countries that witness every year the destructive force of this natural phenomenon. The main actor here is not the tornado itself, it's the wind. If we can collect the power of a tornado, we can generate, according to a study, about 10,000 kilowatts of power per hour. Enough to charge 166 Tesla cars. But we don't really need that power. Normal wind can generate mostly the same amount of power as the solar panels. Aeolian Energy is the second most wanted energy source in the world. Mostly everyone that has a house and needs alternative source of power, this might be not the first but the second choice depending on the conditions. Today, a regular wind turbine costs around $2,000 and can generate around 400 watts in the best conditions. As long as the wind blows and shines up in the sky, these are the most reliable sources. Now let's get deeper and talk about the hydropower and the geothermal energy. So for example, the problem of these two sources of energy is that in a winter we don't have so much wind or too much sun. So that makes the hydropower the most reliable source of energy, let's say renewable energy for now. If we use hydropower as our main source of energy, then we need to store it somehow. So for now the water is pumped uphill and stored in some large spaces, and when you want the power to come back, you let it downhill and ta-da, that's it. So like 90% of the renewable sources of energy, meaning the hydropower, this is the best way to store it. So for example, if you want to store the energy in lithium batteries, the problem is that when you put it in the storage and you want it to come back, you get less out. So the pipe hydro system is efficient at 78/82 with a cost of $70/350 per kilowatt hour. And the cost can vary dramatically between locations or the size of the plant. So the pump hydro is really remarkable. So we declare this to be the winner of the energy storage for now. So like another type of storage, we can talk about the compressed air storage. This might be the best solution as it can be implemented everywhere. The efficiency of this is between 40% to 70%, and the cost might vary between $50 and $150 per kilowatt hour. So it's a bit less than the other one, but still works, and it's a very convenient way to do it. If we want to talk about the next one, it will be thermal storage. Here is not that great because the efficiency is only between 30 and 60%. As the cost is $10 to $50 per kilowatt hour. And the system is not perfect, of course, because there is a lot of leakage because of the thermal loss, and yeah, this one is not that great. So let's get the elephant out of the box and let's talk about the second most efficient way to store energy. Well, of course, the lithium batteries. So the capacity is about 100 megawatts hour and the efficiency is between 80 and 95%. The total cost, or the cost per kilowatt hour, is $470. The difficulty of finding good reliable sources of renewable energy is the actual problem that we encounter, and that's why we still use the fossil fuels. So let me illustrate that. 1 kilogram of gasoline gives you 13 kilowatt hour energy. So the coal is 8 kilowatt hour and the lithium battery is 0.2 kilowatt hour. So water at 1 kilometer altitude generates about 2.7 watts hour per kilogram. So 1 kilogram of uranium 235 gives you 24 gigawatts per kilogram. So if we're gonna escalate that, let's say 1 kilogram of antimatter, it gives you 25 terawatts. 25 terawatts. It's enough to cover 1 year of energy of all the globe. If we talk about the global warming, the main villain of this is the carbon dioxide. So this villain can be also our savior. Why? So let's see what these guys did. So there is an Italian startup that's starting to invest in this and created an energy dome, which is the world's first CO2 battery energy storage facility. So this one started out in Sardinia, where we have plenty of wind and plenty of solar power. So the first device that they create generated 4 megawatts hour, but they promised that we'll create a plant capable of generating 200 megawatts hour, and it's expected to go live next year. So using CO2 against the global warming is a bit ironical. Another great thing about the CO2 is that it's 50% cheaper at the same size lithium-ion battery, which is great. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. See you next time.